30 seconds. Go ahead, Mayor.
Thank you. Good evening and welcome everybody to the August 17, 2026 council meeting for the Township of Cedar Grove. Madam Clerk, can you call the roll?
Yes, sir. Councilwoman Miga?
Here.
Councilwoman Peterson?
Here.
Councilwoman Scabbage? Absent. Deputy Mayor Zazali?
Here.
Mayor Misery?
Here. Please stand for the flag salute. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Adequate notice of this meeting was duly provided to the Verona Cedar Grove Times and the Star Ledger by email and published in the annual schedule of meetings on December 18, 2025, filed with the Township Clerk and posted in the Public Bulletin Board in the Municipal Building Lobby in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act. Going to item 2 on the agenda. We're going to open this portion of the meeting to the public on any item on the agenda. If anybody wants to speak on that, please come up. Seeing none, we'll close that portion of the meeting. Item 3A, to consider introduction of pending ordinance 26-978, Stormwater Control Ordinance. Mr. Kelly, is there anything on this?
Yes,
before
Mayor,
we start?
thank you. If I may, through you, this is an introduction of an ordinance amending our code as it relates to stormwater management and stormwater controls. The January 2026 NJDEP stormwater rules require municipalities update their local stormwater control ordinance to comply with the new state standards. Some key changes include 1, updated stormwater design, runoff, groundwater recharge calculations, and water quality requirements. 2, expanded requirements for redevelopment and motor vehicle surfaces. 3, climate change and flood resilience considerations. And 4, updated NJDEP standards and best management practices. This is not something that the township is initiating on its own accord. This is a requirement by the NJDEP, who noted that municipalities must come into compliance by January 20th, 2027. This also requires a county review and NJDEP approval before it becomes effective. And as I stated, this is a state-mandated update, not simply a local policy change. And we will be in compliance once the DEP certifies any comments and the governing body adopts the new measures.
Okay. Any further discussion or questions? All right, can I get a motion for introduction?
Mayor, I move for the introduction of pending ordinance number 26-978 to be published on the Township's official internet website as a pending ordinance with a public hearing scheduled for September 14th, 2026.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second?
Roll call?
Councilwoman Miga?
Yes.
Councilwoman Peterson?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Zazali?
Yes.
Mayor Misery?
Yes. Item 4A, to consider adoption of pending capital ordinance 26-975, capital ordinance providing funding for Taylor's Brook Riverbank stabilization for the Township of Cedar Grove and appropriating $300,000 for such purpose. Mr. Kelly?
Thank you, Mayor. As I indicated at our last meeting, this is taking $300,000 from our capital improvement fund, which at the end of the year had over $1 million in it, to fund the emergency bank stabilization repair on Taylor's Brook next to the driveway into Town Hall off of Bowden Road. This is coming from the capital improvement fund. There's no debt being cast as a result of this. In essence, we're paying for it in cash. This is not going to have any impact on our tax rate, on the average residential assessment, the 2026 budget, or our available fund balance.
Great. Any questions or discussion? Okay, is there a motion?
Mayor, you have to...
Oh, I'm sorry, I have to open this to the public. Anybody from the public want to be heard on this ordinance? Seeing none, I'll close that portion of the meeting. Is there a motion?
I'll move for the adoption of the pending capital ordinance 26-975 to be published on the township's official internet website as a passed capital ordinance and take effect as prescribed by law.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Councilwoman Miga?
Yes.
Councilwoman Peterson?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Zazali?
Yes.
Mayor Misery?
Yes. Item 4B, to consider adoption of pending ordinance 26-976, an ordinance authorizing the execution of amended financial agreement by and between the Township of Cedar Grove and 36 Cliffside Drive Urban Renewal Owner LLC for the development of townhouses located in the 36 Cliffside Drive redevelopment area. I know, Mr. Kelly, we also talked about this at the last meeting, but do you have any?
If you'd like for me to
You
go
wanna
over
do
it again.
both?
Yeah, if that's okay.
Yeah,
whatever you
that's,
prefer.
yeah, if you could do both, since they're both,
Sure. Through you, Mayor, 4B is an amendment basically to an existing financial agreement for 36 Cliffside Drive. This is bifurcating the prior agreement to reflect the initial townhome development and the subsequent agreements for the rental properties. May have had these flipped. No, I was right. The 4B is for the townhome phase of the development, the 30 townhomes, and 4C is for the 317 rental units. As the council is aware, originally it was 347 rental units. That number has been reduced in exchange for the 30 townhomes.
and just for the public, and especially people that are here tonight, this satisfies our fourth round of affordable housing too, is that correct?
Yes, this is a very large mechanism, probably the largest that we are able to satisfy the fourth round fair share obligation with.
Great. Any other questions from the dais or discussion? Then I'm going to open this to the public. Anybody wishing to be heard on this item? Seeing none, I'll close that portion of the meeting. And do we have a motion?
Mayor, I move for the adoption of pending ordinance 26-976 to be published on the township official internet website as a passed ordinance or take effect as prescribed by law.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Councilwoman Miga?
Yes.
Councilwoman Peterson?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Zazali?
Yes.
Mayor Misery?
Yes. Item 4C, to consider adoption of pending ordinance 26-977, an ordinance of the Township of Cedar Grove authorizing the execution of an amended financial agreement by and between the Township of Cedar Grove and 36 Cliffside Drive Urban Renewal Owner LLC for the development of an inclusionary multifamily development located in the 36 Cliffside Drive redevelopment area. We already heard from Mr. Zakelli on this item. Any other discussion or questions from the dais? No, then we'll open this to the public. Anybody wishing to be heard on this item? Seeing none, we'll close that. And do we have a motion?
Mayor, I move for the adoption of the pending ordinance number 26-977 to be published on the township's official internet website as a passed ordinance and take effect as prescribed by law.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call?
Councilwoman Miga?
Yes.
Councilwoman Peterson?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Zazali?
Yes.
Mayor Misery?
Yes. Item 5A, to consider approval of regular meeting minutes of the July 13, 2026 meeting. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilwoman Miga?
Yes.
Councilwoman Peterson?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Zazali?
Yes.
Mayor Misery?
Yes. Okay. Item 6, reports of township officials. We'll start with our manager, Mrs. Zakelli.
Good evening, Mayor.
Good evening.
Just a few items. If I can get a consensus from the governing body, we've been getting a lot of phone calls and emails for the townwide garage sale. And that's something we traditionally do in September. I didn't want to put a date out until the governing body was able to opine. To keep things consistent, the date this year would be September 12th, but I didn't want to notify that. That's the Saturday after Labor Day this year. So if there's any feedback or just a general consensus from the council on that, I'd like to get that out soon so the residents are, well noticed.
Works for me.
Yeah, that's great. I know last year we had a huge turnout.
People are asking.
People ask.
Yeah, so that will be,
Did we do it the weekend following Labor Day last year?
Yeah.
We did, okay.
yeah, I think Labor Day may have changed in the calendar, but that's what this Saturday, the 12th would be.
Okay,
So if there's no objection, we'll notice it for the 12th.
great.
Just a few other housekeeping items. I just want to note 370 Ponton Avenue is this former Cedar Grove Animal Hospital that received some site plan approvals previously for 10 units, and the property owners have generously decided to allow our fire department to train on that building prior to its demolition. So that's something that the fire department is gracious for, the township's gracious for, and any opportunity our volunteers can take to train, they are certainly welcome to do that, and we are appreciative of the property owner nonetheless. I also want to thank Patrolman Muniercy and Watson. They did a great job helping organize the National Night Out on behalf of the Cedar Grove Police Department. As the council is aware, we did team up with Verona this year. Really great turnout. And I also want to thank one of our Cedar Grove residents for flying the Black Hawk helicopter over Panther Park. That was really cool. It was a nice touch. Just a brief update on our paving schedule. Due to some rain this morning, the crews were a little bit delayed, pushed the paving back. We have now noticed the new paving, which will begin on Wednesday, starting with Rose, Clara, Ira, and Lewis. That's going to be Wednesday. All of Vincent Road will be Thursday, and then Briar Hill, George, and Adelina will be Friday. So our goal is to get them in and out in 3 days. We appreciate the residents' patience. This is a pretty big paving operation. And then Park Ridge will be completely done. Some of our bigger streets, as the council is aware, we had our water main replaced on Briar Hill this year. That'll be completely done after this as well. And Mayor, I don't know if you have a time you'd prefer me to comment on some consent agenda items. There's a lot. If you'd like for me to do that now as part of my report or through the consent agenda, I leave it to you.
Whatever your preference.
Okay. If I could take them now.
Great.
Just briefly, consent agenda 7E. This is a resolution authorizing the execution of a temporary access agreement between the Township of Cedar Grove and Transcontinental Gas Pipeline Company for work they are performing around our recycling center. Consistent with that work on Little Falls Road, they're encasing their very large gas line that runs through the town. This is going to require some riverbank stabilization in the area, and I know the township is very appreciative anytime people want to stabilize the riverbank, as we believe that's very important to help mitigate flooding. Transco has already obtained all necessary NJDEP permits to perform this work. And as I mentioned, this is a critical bank stabilization project which we as a township strive to endeavor on our own accord. We will be receiving $45,000 for permitting the temporary access to this work zone. They do have an easement in the area, so they are lawfully allowed to access this and perform work there. But 7E is authorizing the execution of that agreement and codifying this $45,000 that we will be receiving in lieu of that. 7F. This is a resolution authorizing the execution of a contract with Montclair Ambulance Unit for daytime EMS response. On July 14th, the township received one sealed proposal through competitive contracting for the provisions of daytime EMS service to the township, its residents, visitors, and businesses from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. The sole proposal was furnished by the Montclair Ambulance Unit, the current provider of our daytime EMS coverage. This resolution authorizes the competitive contracting award for a 5-year term, an amount not to exceed $318,549 in the aggregate. Basically, that means the first year is going to be $60,000, and every year thereafter is subject to an escalation. Item 7G is a resolution authorizing change order number 2 for the Community Park Playground in the amount of $561.85, or 0.081% of the total contract value, for the installation of 15 feet of curb wall as opposed to a flush curb. This not to exceed amount is now $689,786.24, and we did receive the $750,000 grant to offset this cost. Item 7H, this is a resolution authorizing the transfer of a 2022 Ford Explorer Police Interceptor, this is CGID 607, to the Township of West Orange. The Township of West Orange lawfully sought to pass some costs onto the Township of Cedar Grove as a result from our hiring of a police officer who was put through the academy by the Township of West Orange. And under NJSA 40A:14-178, they are allowed to seek reimbursement from the municipality that hires the officer. And instead of us reimbursing the township the $27,522.96, I was able to speak with their business administrator, and we worked out a deal where we will be giving them one of our used police interceptors in lieu of the cash consideration. Regardless, this vehicle would have been auctioned off in a few months anyway, so it just gets it out of here a little bit quicker, and we don't have to exchange any money. Item 7I This is a resolution authorizing the award of a resurfacing contract for the upper playground at Community Park to Rubber Recycle LLC of Lakewood, New Jersey, in an amount not to exceed $65,000. This is awarded through state contract number 23, Food 118185, price line 40. The township budgeted for this in its capital budget this year, and we're now completing the second playground project at Community Park. This surface has been destroyed and the playground has been closed for a little while, so it's nice to finally get this done. My goal is before our next council meeting to have this completed. Item 7J is inserting $5,246.13 into the municipal budget from the National Opioid Settlement Fund. Item 7K is a resolution authorizing the installation of a supplemental fuel tank at our DPW to Independence Constructors, Inc. of Bernardsville, New Jersey, an amount not to exceed $169,300. This is awarded through state contract T0849 above ground storage tank installation, removal, repair, and related equipment, contract 42270. The council bonded for this in this year's capital budget as well. We are going to be doubling the capacity of our fuel. Benefit of this is as fuel prices go up, we will be able to buy more at a lower rate. And also in the event there's some type of emergency, power outage, Hurricane Sandy type of situation, we'll have double the amount of fuel that we previously had, which is important during snowstorms and other emergencies. And the final comment I have is item 7I, which is a resolution accepting the planning board's designation of 370 Pompton Avenue, block 62, lot 11, as an area in need of non-condemnation redevelopment pursuant to NJSA 40A:12A-1. The two criteria that this site met were: 1, the generality of buildings are substandard, unsafe, unsanitary, dilapidated, or otherwise obsolete, or possess any such characteristics and are lacking in light, air, or open space as to be conducive to unwholesome living or working conditions, and 2, buildings with improvements which, by reason of dilapidated, obsolete, overcrowding, faulty arrangement, or design, lost my place, lack ventilation, light, or sanitary facilities, excessive land coverage, deleterious land use or obsolete layout, or any combination of these or other factors, or detrimental to the safety, health, morals, and welfare of the community. This is a resolution authorizing the preparation of a redevelopment plan. And that ends my report and my comments on the consent agenda.
Just had one question on F. Is that contract expiring now? How does it-
Yeah, August.
August.
3 years we had that expired.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The prior contract with MAU was August to August 23 to 26, so it's
Okay.
expiring now.
Great. Thank you. Any other questions or comments?
So
Okay.
just one question, the playgrounds, do we have cameras in there?
We will be installing cameras there.
I was
Yeah.
asked, that's what I'm asking.
We will be installing cameras to hopefully deter some of the vandalism
the
through you,
vandalism.
Mayor. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Madam Clerk, good evening.
Good evening, Mayor, members of the council, those in attendance. I have no report this evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Lagana?
Good evening, Mayor, members of council. I do not have a formal report this evening. I will just make a comment as to consent agenda item 7H, to the transfer of the police vehicle to the township of West Orange. Joe, we should have the title signed over to them so they can get the registration and insurance before the vehicle leaves our lot.
We will do it tomorrow. Thank you.
That's all I have, Mayor. Thank you.
Great, thanks. All right, council reports. We'll start on my right. Councilwoman Peterson, good evening.
Good evening, Mayor. I just wanted to thank everyone who came out for National Night Out. It was a great event. It was nice to partner with Verona and see everybody come together. We had a great outpouring of the community. We had a lot of organizations from town, Unico, the Elks, the library was there. I'm probably missing people, but it was just nice to see everybody come out, and kids had a great time, and it was a lovely night. So thanks to everyone who made that happen, our DPW, our town manager, emergency services, fire department, everybody was there. So I just want to say thank you.
And to some
all
of the
of them.
local businesses that donated. I know Arctic
Yep.
Falls donated their water and
Yeah,
a bunch of others. so.
yeah, everybody who made it happen. So I just wanted to say thank you, and that's all I have.
Great, thanks. Councilwoman Miga,
Good
how are you?
evening. I'm good, how are you, Mayor?
Good.
I will just say ditto to Councilwoman Peterson's comments. Thank you so much to everyone. I also have an update for the Cedar Grove Historical Society. They're going to bring you some more exciting programs. So last week, They had a sold-out cut flower workshop. People loved the class, but what they also loved, we had the class on the farm down by the gardens. So many people have never seen it before, didn't even know it existed. So it was a nice exposure, and we're trying to get another one if we can get the weather to cooperate, along with some schedules. So, August 28th, Mayor, you'll really love this.
Oh, no.
Line dancing class
Oh,
is
no.
back if you're around. So we're gonna try to pull that off. As it is right now, tickets are selling a little slower than we would like, so maybe you want to bring all your friends. And if it doesn't work with the end of summer, beginning of school, we're gonna just reschedule it. September 19th is Appraisal Day coming back, and of course in the fall we'll have the pumpkin and apple sale. I just wanted to wish good luck to all the students and the staff returning to school in September. I wish everybody a wonderful year, and today, thank you to the Cedar Grove Police Department and the Verona Police Department. There was a very informative New Jersey e-bike presentation. You all know my situation with e-bikes and helmets and whatnot. So I hope that everybody out there, parents, children, you take a look at what's out there for the changing of the law. The law has changed. I'm looking at you, Mr. Lawyer over there. And there's some things parents really need to know about potential consequences if your children don't have the proper paperwork and whatnot to be riding these different types of vehicles. And that's it for me. I just hope everyone enjoys the rest of the summer. And remember to sign up for the fall rec programs.
Great.
And that's it.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Good evening, Councilman Zazali, Deputy Mayor, sorry.
That's okay. Good evening, Mayor. Good evening, everyone. I also attended National Night Out, and just to reiterate what Councilwoman Peterson and Councilwoman Miga said, it was a great event, and we appreciate everyone who participated and made that event happen. It was very nice. And Mayor, if I may, I just wanted to ask Mr. Zakelli a question. Mr. Zakelli, is there could you give us kind of an update on the work that's being done in town that's not being done by the township, specifically like Ridge Road, the gas main, and what's going on Little Falls Road?
Sure, through you, Mayor. There's a lot. There's a lot of work. So taking each in stride, PSE&G is very, very close to, if not complete, with the gas main replacement on Ridge Road. That was a very long project. We were able to keep at least one lane with alternating traffic open throughout the majority of that work. That was a replacement of a stainless steel gas main. It was, from what I was told from PSE&G, the #1 priority replacement in the state, and it was crucial that we were able to get that work done before school reopened with the high school and the middle school on Ridge Road. So that work should be complete. I saw Ms. Hartwick step out, but I will get from them the timing when the county expects to be resurfacing Ridge Road, and we will be pushing for a curb-to-curb restoration because that's what we like to see here in Cedar Grove. Secondly, PSE&G is also performing electrical work at their Little Falls substation. The substation on Little Falls Road in Cedar Grove. That electrical work involves running a lot of conduit underground on Little Falls Road, over Lindsley, into Little Falls and culminating in Totowa. That's a lot of work that's taking place as well, but I believe the majority of that work is off to the shoulder. And there shouldn't be too much of a traffic disruption in that portion of Little Falls Road. Transco is currently working on the corner of Bowden and Little Falls Road. That work is putting a casing around their existing very large gas pipeline that's running through the power line easements, you may recall, on the corner of Bowden, and runs through the township's property by the recycling center, which we will maintain open. We were alternating traffic in that area, and given the size of the excavation, the county just approved a plan to close Little Falls Road to expedite that excavation and hopefully get that done before school starts too. With Ridge Road being back open now, that should alleviate a lot of the traffic coming off of Little Falls Road. And then another phase of that work that Transco is going to be doing, once they complete the work in the roadway, they're going to be moving towards the back of the tennis courts, which is the matter concerning the agenda item today, 7E, for that access agreement. They're going to be stabilizing the riverbank where their pipe is running through and is now exposed, and that's part of their bank stabilization project. So there is a lot of work. We know it. We compound it with the township's paving initiatives with PSE&G's regular work on 23, shutting down a lot of the old abandoned gas mains. And, this is the time of year to do it, unfortunately, but we're committed to getting it done and trying to notify the residents as best we can.
Thank you.
Just one follow-up. I know Ms. Hartwick stepped out. Any idea when they're going to pave Ridge?
I'm going to push for it to be done as part of the county cooperative, which usually happens in the fall. I believe Stevens and part of Lindsley, at least up to the front of the firehouse, was on that list, but I'll confirm with Ms. Hartwick or Sanjeev, the county engineer, this week. And then as soon as we know, we'll notify. We want to get it done before winter, obviously, but it's also important that the trench has enough time to settle so that there's no divots or sinking. But No Car's a pretty good contractor, so they should be, the trenches should be in good shape.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Anything else, Deputy Mayor?
That's it, Mayor. Thank you.
All right. I'm just going to add, we had a very important birthday in August, so happy birthday to our clerk, who was last week. So, happy birthday, Dale.
Thank you very much.
Yes, and, ditto with all the comments about our National Night Out. It was well-attended, and we want to thank our police. Obviously, they did a tremendous job organizing, along with OEM and everybody else that was involved, so thank you to that. That's all I have. So we're going to move on to 7, consent agenda. Consent agenda A through L. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Councilwoman Miga,
Yes.
Councilwoman Peterson,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Zazali,
Yes.
Mayor Messeri.
Yes. Item 8, approval of bills.
Shall I begin, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Be resolved of the Township of Cedar Grove, County of Essex, New Jersey, that the summary of bills having been duly audited and found to be correct are hereby ordered paid in the aggregated amount of $1,659,137.19.
Thank you. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilwoman Miga,
Yes.
Councilwoman Peterson,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Zazali,
Yes.
Mayor Messeri.
Yes.
Thank you.
Item 9, new business. Do we have any new business? No? All right. Item 10, public comment. Anybody from the public, you could speak on anything on or off the agenda. Anything? No? All right. We'll close that portion of the meeting. Our next meeting, our public council meeting, is scheduled for September 14, 2026, 7 p.m. in council chambers. Item 12, we have 2 items for executive session. Whereas Section 8 of the Open Public Meetings Act permits the exclusion of the public from a meeting of the mayor and the council in certain circumstances, and whereas the mayor and the council of the Township of Cedar Grove are of the opinion that such circumstances exist, now therefore be it resolved by the mayor and the council of the Township of Cedar Grove, County of Essex, State of New Jersey, that the public shall be excluded from discussion of any action in executive session of the meeting of the mayor and the council of August 17, 2026. The general nature and subject matters to be discussed are personnel matters and also land acquisition pursuant to NJSA 10:4-12B5. It is anticipated at this time that the above stated subject matter will be made public as soon thereafter as it may be deemed in the public interest to do so. No further action will be taken. This resolution shall take effect immediately. Do I have a motion to go into executive session?
So moved, Mayor.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilwoman Miga,
Yes.
Councilwoman Peterson,
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Zazali,
Yes.
Mayor Messeri.
Yes, thank you.